Hello and welcome to the Falcon Blues TV. What's that you got in your hand there, Dave?
Lager, as always, was in a pub. What do you think?
It's a delicious lager, though.
It is actually. This is from Fan Ales.
It certainly is.
Go on, Paulie.
I'm glad you got that because I've got one prepared. Look, see that, Adam? We made that, and there we go. Got a nice shot. And I have to say,
you blurred to death because you just literally threw it in front
I have to say, delicious.
Yeah, cheers.
Delicious.
Thanks for that.
And if you'd like to purchase some of that, you can get it in the Falcon Pub. It's £3.50 a bottle. You can also go on to fanales.co.uk. You can find them on Fanales UK on Instagram, and on Twitter it is fan_ales_UK, and we'll put the relevant links in the tweet as well. But yeah,
What's on yours?
what's on mine? Dogs of War.
Dogs of War, but Rotterdam 85.
Rotterdam 85.
Dogs of War.
I should have brought up a Golden Vision one. There's a Golden Vision one as well, but you can get a pale ale also as well, and a dark lager. We're drinking the lager one, to be honest, and it's very nice.
It's quite smooth, nice.
So since our shameless plugs are over,
Yeah,
and thanks for our new sponsor, by the way. We're going to introduce Callum, new member of our team. Callum is a UEFA B licensed football coach who also has done some work for Opta Index. So Callum, thanks for coming on, mate.
Thanks for having me. Thank you.
You're already the sharpest dressed member of the Falcon Blues TV. It's not hard when you compete with me, just turning up after work in an ACDC hoodie like.
I did wear a shirt.
Yeah, you did. No, yeah, Dave, you're much smarter than me. You're much dressed a lot smarter than me.
You just got out of fucking bed or something.
Yeah. But today obviously we're talking about the Everton results. Everton beat Crystal Palace 2-0. I think it's fair to say it wasn't the best performance, but we got the result. We left it a bit late, I suppose.
That's what good teams do.
That's true. Yeah.
Kill games off at the end.
Yeah.
You know, and I thought I've literally just watched the highlights again whilst trying to put a baby to bed, so I'm still a little bit like, you know.
Sorry, I'm just enjoying this fine sponsored lager.
But I think the easier thing to do is to let Callum lead the way on this.
No
pressure
at all, mate. We're getting off now.
But now Callum's put some work together, and you know we were talking about it before, and you know it's really interesting stuff, especially the stuff that you do with Opta and things like that.
Yeah.
And you know it's weird because it's stuff that you don't often see unless you actually sit there and scrutinise the games. And I think that's what you actually do for the living as well. Like, so
I try.
You try. Well, what's been like the highest profile game that you've done?
In terms of analysing?
Whether you've done the analysing, or do you just literally do any game that gets thrown your way?
Yeah, I just do, it's really in my spare time in terms of when I get a chance to do it, so it might be a big game, but mainly it's sometimes Everton, any other game that's on type thing, so just something that obviously I've got into over time, and I just try and do games when I can really, and analyse them and find different trends and how they play and stuff. So as again, you know, looked at the Everton game at the weekend, and went over obviously good points and bad points really, and obviously where we struggled really to break Crystal Palace down, and obviously how Marcus Silva obviously with great substitution at the end, obviously we got the win in the end and stuff. But I think, like you said, I think, you know, we made really hard work of it, and I think for myself, and I probably agree, but I think this season, the Crystal Palace game, and the other one that staples to mind is Huddersfield at home.
Yeah.
It's a really poor performance. I mean, I think we really looked to get a draw in that game.
Yeah.
And again, it was, you know, a team who came to defend really and hit us on the break. And
of course, yeah.
I think that's something that this season, against the lower teams, you know, we're going to have to come to terms with that and get used to doing that. And I think, you know, as games go on, you might have to think about a different formation. You know, 4-2-3-1 seems to be the trend at the moment for playing at home, or whatever you call a 4-3-3, but you're not really occupying the two centre-backs. You know, you've got one player to mark at two centre-backs, it's too easy.
Striker becomes isolated.
Yeah, so, you know, I think against them teams you've got to go all out and go, listen, we'll play 4-4-2, we'll match it. If you're going to outnumber us in midfield, then we'll drop our other forward in as a 10. And do it that way type thing. So I just think, you know, going forward, it might be something that Silva thinks about at home, rather than, you know, chasing the game in the second half and, you know, getting last minute winners, because against probably a better team that probably doesn't happen. It's a 0-0 game at the end, or we lose 1-0. So
yeah, the Fulham game was a bit similar. Where the first half was
very
quite
similar circumstances. But it was just two banks of five, just trying to break that down. Same with Mark Hughes. You know, Southampton in the cup is 2 banks of 5, break us down.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And just keep hitting us. We'll just smother anything you do and we'll stifle any attack, and that's what happened. But I agree, you know, we've got to try and figure a way of getting around these teams.
Got Mark Hughes' other tactic as well, which is to blame the officials. You know?
Well, there is that.
Yeah. But they actually hit the bar in the first half as well, which Fulham did as well.
Yeah.
And
it was a set piece there as well, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
Yeah. So,
which we've talked that to death, haven't we? Set pieces and zonal marking. We're a bit like that with it, because my main argument is like zones don't score goals, but players do.
Yeah.
But another clean sheet. Suppose, you know, another clean sheet at home as well.
And another save for Pickford, another penalty save.
And to be fair, in terms of the game again, you know, I think that's the third game in a row we've had 17 shots or more. 3 games in a row, and I think only last season we managed that once.
Yeah.
So it's not bad going. I just think in terms of, I just think at the back we've just got to be a bit more careful against the bigger teams, and you know, not allow clear-cut chances, because they will go in.
We'll get punished by the big sides.
And speaking of refreshing, our new sponsor,
Ching.
Ching, yeah.
So we got you talking about ale, just in the corner, and real Opta stats, you know, hard-hitting stuff.
Well, you know what? He's great in his field. Top-notch in mine.
So bear with us while we just switch screens here. But,
well, while we're changing over, you know, you can go to fanales.co.uk. Not just Everton Lager there, there's some other red team from Merseyside. There's also a Stoke one, which I like the Stoke one because the image of it is Phil Bardsley tackling Eden Hazard, and he's not half taking him out of it, so yeah.
Absolutely shameless, that man. Shameless. So, go on then, Callum.
No, so
lead us
we look at the team again, you know, from the weekend and stuff, and it was all about Andre Gomez, wasn't it, in terms of what is he going to bring to the team. And you know what?
Handsome devil.
He didn't do too badly, did he? He done all right.
So well, considering it's his first competitive game.
I think the thing different about Gomez is that I think he actually gives us a more attacking threat. He can defend next to Guy. Yeah. But I think in terms of going in them higher areas, he can actually pass the ball. And he can break lines.
Yeah. I think that's what we've really lacked with Schneiderlin and Davis. They are very direct players, but they're not as direct as you need them to be to get those forwards moving, to get like some Walcott and Bernard.
Just going sideways.
Well, Gomez in the game, he had 17 successful passes in the final third, and I think he put Richard Larson through one of them as well. He did it right through, whatever. So, you know, time will tell with him. I think he's only got better things to come.
Of course, yeah.
And coming off with, you know, passing accuracy of 90% in that game, you know, it's not bad. So he done well. Few more games, similar to Bernard potentially, a bit of match fitness, somewhere we're getting used to the league. But again, this guy, how good is he again?
I like to call him the rash now because he
doesn't stop moving, does he?
Gets around.
He's just everywhere. His tackles and interceptions, just, you know, he's all over the place, and you know, he gives them three so much of a freedom in front, really, with having that protection and behind. But I think that with having Gomez in now, it is important that, you know, they do work together. Because I think sometimes if he is left on his own, we get exploited. I think the one that was for me was the West Ham game. Towards the end we were getting picked off, and we literally, like, obviously we're chasing the game, but guy on his own isolated against 3 and stuff. So I think the balance there,
it's too easy to counter attack us that game as well.
I think the balance is good. But as I said before, is, you know, against the lesser teams, might he change this team, might he go 2 up top, and obviously we'll come on to Walcott. I think the player who's maybe out of form at the moment.
But that's this is good stuff.
I know, this is really good stuff.
Right, so we're going to look at some of the... Look at this. Hey, done our own work.
We've got new lights, we've got new everything now.
So what you call this is in terms of Crystal Palace playing, you call it a mid-press. And what that is, it's defending from the front. So, out of possession, Crystal Palace were playing a 4-4-2, out of possession. So we had like Townsend here, and we had Zaha. So they're comfortable with the centre-backs having it, they're happy with that. Crystal Palace don't want Everton to play through them. So what they do is they have the 2 centre-forward, they narrow off, so it stops the pass into Ghana. So it's ways of forcing the play now, forcing it out wide. Okay, so that's what we had to deal with. So we'll show you a picture of it going the other side, one after that, sorry. was here. So what happens is now is, once it goes into the wide area, we had Warner, who locks onto Bernard, and really throughout the whole game, he stopped him from turning it and getting at Warner because he's taking his game away. So once he's passed Digne into Bernard, it's 2v1, and that's the little trap that they set up. So once it goes into wide area, can we press them from behind, and can we snatch the ball? And this instance, this is 1 point here, in terms of what it was. But for me, in Digne here, when he's playing short, for me, you play with 2 forwards, the ball should be going in there. The ball goes behind the space to break that line. Instead, first half we were poor. We've played into pressure, into what he wants to do, into MacArthur and Warner. And the next clip, he falls over, and obviously then Crystal Palace break. We should have come back out and circulate and gone back around the other way. So, you go back to the previous 2, was it with Sigurdsson? So, yeah, yeah. So in terms of the game as well, when we look at it, Sigurdsson struggled a lot to get on the ball. If you go through 2 there, next one.
This is great, this is like watching Monday Night Football.
So this one here, with the new, obviously we said before about centre forwards, obviously with Charlison there, so you got 2v1, 2v1 in the box. With
isolated again.
With the 2 centre forwards dropping in, it allowed these 2 to really cover the space that Sigurdsson loves to get into. That little 10 pocket there, little cutbacks, little shots from the edge of the box, and looking to play players in. If you're watching Milivojevic throughout the whole game, he's always wary of where Sigurdsson is, and you can see in this picture, they're happy to have it wide, and then they obviously covered the space very quickly. You see in the first half, I think Sigurdsson might have had 1 shot in the first half potentially, and to cover that space, but again, 1 on top against their 2 centre backs, they were comfortable, defend their own edge of their own box. And that's something that I think in the home games Everton have to come to terms with, in terms of can we free Sigurdsson up more. And I think you play 2 centre forwards in there. Yeah. He's then got to think about maybe if he come and drop in there to do the height of low movements to press the second forward. But as I said in the first half, it was too easy. If you go back to the one with Sigurdsson, next one there. This is an example of when we're playing into him. Look how compact it is in there. So obviously the 4 central midfielders, they drop back, you've got your centre forwards here who are higher up the pitch. Back 4, deny space in behind. And these 4 just need to stay narrow. They want the ball to go out wide, so if it does go out wide, they've got a 1v1 in there, and potentially 1v1 in here. We try and play through this time, into Sigurdsson. That's Coyote, isn't it? Yeah. Schlupp and Maholivic, I can't even pronounce his name.
Yeah, it's a tough one, to be fair.
It goes into him, and on that occasion again, we lose the ball. So it was real frustration that first half. And we had to find, a solution to it in terms of how do we play and get around that. So moving on from there, next one there. This is the second half. So we had obviously a couple of shots, didn't we? Walcott, I think, was ineffective in the first half.
He had that one-on-one chance, didn't he? Which he should have done a lot better at. Yeah.
I think in that move as well, he was, PVA, as you call him, Van Oldenholt. Him and him and Warner, they decided when to go forward, and they went forward at good times. They never really committed because that Everton obviously would break on them. And I think we did in the second half with Bernard broke, where Warner's got caught out of possession, and Bernard made a bad decision. He didn't cross it in time, and I think we got a corner from it in the end or whatever.
So that happened for us that day.
So going on from that, obviously Walcott got through, didn't he? But that was because he had his movement inside. He came off the wing, he let Callum be out wide, he drifted in, coming off the line, and I think Siggy played the ball through to him. He's gone inside, gone through, all needs to lift it to goal. Probably he's missed it.
I think with Walcott, I think he seems to have regressed back to his later time at Arsenal, where he wasn't playing as well as Theo Walcott can do. He's capable of a lot more, and I think last few games, probably since the Arsenal game, Arsenal away, he's been that kind of player where he just seemed to just letting games drifting by, because he goes missing for large parts of the games, I think.
Yeah, I totally agree with that. I totally agree. Sometimes you think, is he actually even playing? Then he'll just pop up somewhere, do you know what I mean? I think he was a bit like that again at the weekend.
But he was a lot like he was like that at Arsenal an awful lot, especially towards the end of his time there.
It seems like he needs to be wrapped up in cotton wool as well. It's like I get worried every time he goes down for an injury. But in fairness to him, after the Arsenal game, he did set a goal up for Tosin against Fulham.
Yeah.
He's got a couple of
well,
goals.
that's it. He's popping up and like thankfully at some point at the right time.
Yeah.
But then you know he can be doing a lot more in the game.
Isn't it? Consistency. I think if you look at it from the outset, is Lookman's thinking, what happens to get in this team again?
Yeah.
Obviously
made a good impression on Sunday.
But the way he's going, the way Walcott's going, it's probably not going to be much. He's not going to have to do much to get in this side.
Yeah.
Well, I think Calvert-Lewin and Tosin have certainly earned, they've got to be thought about for the Sunday game now. And who would you leave out? Would it be Charleston on the left, Bernard on the right?
I've seen the thing before in terms of beginning of last season up until now. Calvert-Lewin's got the most goals, 12.
Yeah.
And how many minutes has he played? Probably not many.
Exactly, and some of our fans are still criticising him as well. They sort of like put him and Davis in the same bracket, which my opinion is they're both young lads. They're still developing.
Probably because they're constantly seen on Bold Street. Outside Murray.
Skateboards, yeah.
For you, Jim. Outside Murray, or sat on Bold Street or skateboarding or playing footy on Bold Street or whatever. You know what I mean?
The young lads aren't they?
I think the thing about Lewin is that I feel sorry for him sometimes because when he does play, he plays out wide.
That's the point I made the other week actually.
Once he plays central, he stretches defences, he gets in behind, he's aerial very good in the air.
We were at Arsenal and the shit that Calvert-Lewin got because he was being played, even though he was playing out wide, it's like, what do you want him to fucking do?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Like, you're shit now and you're fucking... Honestly, there was a lot of cries for Calvert-Lewin was crap. It's like, well, he's not a winger.
Yeah.
It's weird. I was talking to someone earlier, Stoke fan, not one that Adam knows, lad in work, and he was saying that Martina and Williams are just shit, and that harks back to we played Calvert-Lewin on the wing. I think it was in the European Cup, in the Europa League. I think it must have been one of the qualifying games, and it was Martina at right back and Calvert-Lewin on the wing, and it was like, this is fucking awful. But then that was the moment that you realised that Calvert-Lewin wasn't a winger. But then Koeman insisted on carrying and playing him there. Yeah. Fat lad did. Unsworth played him.
Who, me?
Sorry, no offence. And even Silver's tried it in some cases, but you're right, he's an out-and-out striker. Yeah, I mean, you play him up top and he causes fucking mayhem.
When Koeman first brought him in the side, he was playing out left, out right, and it's a tough ask for someone who's only played up front. Yeah. And he's not a natural winger, and maybe at times... I don't think he will be asked to play out wide anymore because we've got enough wide players to accommodate it now. I think
Silva knows the team now, doesn't he? He knows people's strengths and stuff, and I think now with Richarlison coming in and stuff, and Bernard as well, he's probably never going to play there again now, which is a good thing for his development, but it's just whether can he get in the team now, if Richarlison plays up top, if Tosin gets in. But for me, I think Tosin's obviously a better finisher, but for me, Calvert-Lewin offers more for me. Gets in behind, he stretches defences.
Got more pace.
Yeah, and if you're centre back, and you play against Tosin, you're probably going to push up to 5 or 10 yards and be happy days out and going to push up a bit more. Whereas with Louis, you're thinking you're probably getting behind and going to drop 5 or 10, which then creates more space then for City to get on the ball.
I think, I am a fan of Tosin. I do think he works his socks off. I think he needs to be more selfish. Yeah. But people are pointing out that he's a target man. Is he? Because for me, I'd want my target man to be a little bit taller.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that he's not. He's good in the air, but we don't really have any big targets for Sigurdsson off corners. Yeah. That's annoyed me lately because I can't remember the last time Everton scored a corner. Now look, if Yerry Mina's back in the team, once he gets in the team, now obviously his goal record's really good.
In the team, we'll touch on that.
We've had some good chances, haven't we? I think our set pieces aren't too bad. I think just the accuracy of it when they're coming in. I think Richarlison had one the weekend, he just wide the post or whatever, so that's right. I think it's something that they're definitely working on stuff.
Zuma seems to be getting his head on a lot of them as well.
Yeah.
And I can tell he's on FIFA 19 and FIFA 18 is one of his traits is a power header. And speaking of that, I'm going to get Callum later on to give me some tips on Football Manager because he knows his stuff. I reckon he could turn things around for me, save me from getting pink slips.
But speaking of centre halves then, as moving on from Kurt Zuma, Michael Keane has been absolutely superb in the last few games.
Yeah.
The difference since that knock on the head and he was told he wasn't Ashley Williams has just been incredible,
Yeah.
But
spoke up a different man.
Yes. I think he's been, like I said, revelation to so night and day in difference of how well he's been.
I think with Keane, having someone like Zuma next to him, I think he brings out the best in him. I think
Yeah.
when Keane's the lead defender and the more experienced, I think he struggles.
Yeah.
But I think with someone with Zuma, with his power, his presence and his pace in behind, I know Keane sort of gets a bit more confident that he's playing next to someone who's a bit stronger and stuff. And you know, you look at his, you know, his stats again from the weekend. You know, 9 aerial duels won in the game. You know, and
I want to take that piece of away from you.
just remember, we will go through this now anyway. And I know that obviously Ruben scored the first goal, wasn't it, at the weekend. And I watched this back and watched it back, and we had a free kick here. It was with Sigurdsson, and Keane wins 2 50-50s, you know, before Lookman gets that ball to cross it in. So he had a massive effect on the first goal.
Yeah.
This one here drops out instead of the box, and Milhojevic again goes to get to it. Keane beats him to it for the first ball, goes in the air, bit of a melee, comes to the second one, goes up in the air, comes down to him again against Kouyaté, wins the header, which I think eventually goes to...
I think it felt to Sigurdsson who played it out
wide. Yeah, played it
out
wide, and then obviously it goes wide to Lookman.
Great ball.
What a ball by Lookman. And you know what? Defending there, what can you do about that? People say, you know, keep him on his right foot, keep him on his right. He's left footed, isn't he, Lookman? Yeah.
No, he's right.
Is he right? Is he? Yeah.
Right footed.
Good with both. He's both foot. You're probably saying show him down the line there potentially. He hasn't, and he put a ball in the box.
I love that Callum said just literally put his arm up and did
the problem with this is though, in the with Palace, and obviously they'll be really disappointed with it, is the ball's gone out wide here. Now, your two centre-backs here, so you highlight Sakho and you've got Tompkins. Now, the first thing you do is that when the ball comes anywhere near your goal is, you get on line with your first, you near post, is your first defender, which would be him about here. And then your second defender would be here, or narrow in there, and that would leave Van Aanholt with Tosun. Now what's happening here, positioning from Tompkins is poor. So you can see now in the middle we've got potentially a 4v2 scenario. Van Aanholt doesn't know what to do here, because he's like, I've got Tosun back post, what do I do? Ball's now travelling, when realistically, he should come into this area in here and maybe challenging Calvert-Lewin, but he's too concerned about Tosun going back post. Tompkins out of the game. He's focused on Siggy, Calvert-Lewin's free, and potentially is Keane as well. And obviously, Lookman crosses it in, bang, but Lewin's head, and it's a goal.
It's a great header, because there's not a lot of pace put in from that ball from Lookman. No. It's dinked in, and Calvert-Lewin's had to generate a lot of power to get that header past the keeper as well.
Yeah. I mean, and you'd go, end of the game, you'd say obviously that happens all the time, but how many players have got in the box? Yeah. You know what I mean? We've got 4 in there, we've got everyone in, and obviously we are chasing the game and stuff, but you know, if we're going to play as we have been doing, starting games with one on top of Richarlison and stuff, and crosses going in, we're probably not going to get many chances or goals, and that's why, you know, Calvert-Lewin I think is a real threat. And if you look at obviously our next game against United, conceded 2 goals the weekend against Chelsea, both off crosses. So
the goal they conceded yesterday was a bit sloppy as well.
Yeah, so you know, it's, you know, going to the next game, what does he decide to do there? Where can we hit them type thing? But
it's good for Marco to have these problems though, isn't it? Yeah. The players coming on doing well.
Yeah, well, he had obviously loads of injury problems at the beginning of the season. Yeah. And now, you know, he's got everyone coming back, and you know, speaking about, you know, where's Mina going to get in? He's not going to get in, is he?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's going to be probably, you know, an unfair forced, you know, injury type thing for him to get in, because Zuma you're not going to drop.
Yeah.
And obviously Keane with his stats, and obviously, you know, with his work rate and their pair in the back at the moment, you know, not doing too bad, are they?
It's a bit like that season when Julian Lescott was playing left back, and it was like you're not shifting, you weren't shifting him, and it took I think it took an injury to Jagielka
to shift him back in.
To shift him into centre half, so the Baines could.
That's right. Lescott did start left back, didn't he? Yeah.
So it was just like, it's one of them, it's going to be a forced injury if anything, because they're playing too well, you can't change the side like that.
No, and the man we've nicknamed in the past, the problem child, he's done exactly what he has to do, come on and make an impact. Yeah. And in fairness, I always stuck up for Lookman, and I think Brian Sauce Muncher did sour his relationship with Everton, because the last time he played for Everton before he got loaned out, he helped set up the goal at Anfield, and then to be loaned out. Yeah. And then Allardyce was just, well, we won't get into that. You just went missing,
didn't you, to that?
So I've just sworn him by saying his name there.
Yeah, you owe another pound.
You just went missing after that game, didn't he, as well?
He did, and it was a strange one, but like I said, it's great to have the subs coming on and do well, and it is a selection problem for for Marco on Sunday now. Who do you think should miss out? There's a good question for you.
I wouldn't change this side.
Even though the subs come on and did so well?
Yeah, I wouldn't change it. I think see how the game is playing out. You know, let's and then bring on the impact subs.
Mm.
You know, you can look at if we've got like it's Phil Jones at the back, isn't it?
I hope Phil Jones plays.
The thing at the moment, having the back forward, but it'll be actually young right back.
Yeah,
they keep chopping and changing.
And then Luke Shaw left back. So for me,
there's plenty to exploit there.
I'd like a Charleston up against Young.
Same, yeah.
1v1s all day.
Yeah.
And then obviously have Calvert-Lewin stressing their defence, a bit of an aerial threat as well. So that's something for him to think about.
We got something on Tosin's goal because it's a great first touch, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah.
The first touch with the studs is amazing.
Yeah, I don't know if we've got that. We've got the assist again by our man, Kieran there. So this is obviously them pressing for the equaliser to just pushing bodies on and not bodies on.
It's a
fantastic ball.
What's happened there, he's out of the pitch one, but as you call him PVA, whatever, he's got forward. Now, he's just gone to clear it. It turned out to be a great ball, and he's obviously put it in behind in terms of the space where Van Allen would have been. It's a great ball dropped in between, but to be fair, look where he is. He's done well to finish.
He's done really well, great composure, great first touch.
But this goal is almost a carbon copy to what Walcott had earlier on, like 15 minutes earlier.
And easier.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
it was 1-on-1.
Yeah, he was more central as well, wasn't he? Yeah?
Definitely, but it was almost like carbon copy. It's like, well, that's how you finish it. That's how you finish it. But I think Hennessy rushed out far too. Like he came out really quick for Walcott. He was straight on it. Like,
he got
great. And I'm not going to take away the finish from Tosin. I thought it was a great finish through the legs and that. But I think they're the kind of things again. What we were saying about Walcott. It's like you get that chance. Look, Walcott needs 2, 3, 4 chances before a goal comes along. You know that's instinct.
Everton winning Hennessy as well.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, nice one. Cheers, man. Yeah, 2-0. You must have had 2-0 on slip. I actually said Tosin to score as well. I said 3-0, but Tosin to score.
I said 3-1. Yeah, close enough. Not perfect,
Close enough.
So yeah, and then that was it. 2-0, game over, and I think that was it, wasn't it? We done there.
That's everything.
So going into the,
I have to say that was brilliant. That with me and Dave getting sacked now.
Yeah, you passed.
That was boss. It was like watching Monday Night Football. It really was. I was dead impressed there. Yeah, I'm made up with that.
So yeah, just
fucking off now.
No,
I'm getting the tips for a football manager first.
Going into obviously the weekend's game, United away at Old Trafford. John Moss referee.
It's John Moss. Is it not Bobby? No, not Bobby Madley.
No, John Moss, I think.
Sure.
I've brought him up for a while. I'm like talking madly. Allegedly, best rumour ever. Allegedly.
So what do you think then? We can get a point there. Do you think? Can we do it?
I hope so. I'm going in full of confidence, especially looking back to the away performances against Arsenal and Leicester. I hope again we have a go, because United are not the force they were. No. We're actually above them in the league as well, which
we're 7 points better off than we were last season.
2
at this stage,
2 points off 6 down at the moment, just behind Bournemouth. I think we're 1 or 2 ahead of United, aren't we? Whatever, so
one. We're on 15.
I have a stat in my pocket here as well for you lads.
Yeah.
It's not really in my pocket, but
don't even have pockets.
Touch wood, because this is a bad one again. Well, well, I'll just get it out. I'll spit it out.
Go on, made him to fucking death.
Lukaku has not scored at Old Trafford since March, so he's bang on guaranteed to score.
We haven't scored at United since about fucking whenever as well.
Oviedo.
We
must have scored.
We've scored. We haven't won.
Scored did we get on last
It
season?
was a 4-0. 4-0 last season.
When Lukaku really enjoyed his goals there, didn't he?
Yeah.
It's probably had something to do.
You see our back three that we had though, was it Jagielka, Williams and Keane back three we played?
When you were mentioning about Michael Keane having a lot more confidence with K2, it's got to be a lot more confidence than playing with Ashley Williams.
But Martial scored that game as well, and he's a man on form at the moment.
He's playing well, isn't he?
Oh, why can't he Martial? I always get him off FIFA. We want to say a big thanks for Callum for coming down. It was really great, Callum. And
well, thanks for having me, much appreciated.
I'm blown away by that. I really am, because it's more than what I was expecting. So Callum, nice one for that, honestly.
Yeah, we appreciate it.
It's probably look like one of our best videos now because we actually look like we know what we're talking about.
Me and Dave are getting sacked.
Yeah, big on. So, welcome to the Falcon Blues TV, hosted by Callum. Plugs, yeah. So a shameless plug for Fan Ales.
Our sponsor.
Yeah. Our new sponsor. We're going to get it on my shirt and everything.
Yeah.
But yeah, Paulie's put all the details on. You mentioned that earlier, didn't you? So find it in all good stockists.
Yep. fanales.co.uk. On Halloween, we've got the kids' Halloween. I was going to say kids' Christmas party again. So obviously October 31st.
As long as you don't say it's on the 30th like you did last time.
October 31st, Halloween. It's £4. You know, there's free snacks. There's a magician and a disco. Not
a disco magician as we
that
like.
That would be bossed out, wouldn't it? Yeah, but it's only £4, and it's a dangerous world out there. Stay safe. Go to Falcon.
Yeah, I'm going dressed as Paul.
Yeah.
So, you know,
put on a few stone, yeah.
And
what we got the next day, Dave?
The night after is the Falcon quiz, football quiz. All things football related, not just Everton and the Red Shite.
No,
Callum can't come because he knows everything. He's going to cheat. Yeah. So if you want to tweet Callum, he'll give you all the answers before you come. £25 to the winner, free entry. Just come down, have a few bevies. Come and try some of the Fan Ales.
Yeah, it's only £3.50 as well. It's predominantly a Premier League quiz. There is some other World Cup, Euro related questions, but come on down, it's free. It's worth a go. You could win 25 quid.
Yeah. Callum, anything from you?
No, thanks again.
What's your Twitter account?
YC_10, something along them lines. You'll find me.
Yeah, we'll throw it on the tweet out.
Follow Callum. Sure, he's got plenty of stats for us as well. Some of the stuff he's come up with today is just amazing. So
it's very, very interesting. I didn't know that about the 50-50s with Michael Keane.
So
we've all learned something today.
Yeah, as I said at the top of the show, it's not until you actually sit down and scrutinise it like Callum does that you actually start seeing things more. And you know it probably makes you it probably makes you appreciate the game a bit more as well, I suppose, because you think, like, you know, we can say, oh, that was a bag of shite, but you go, well, actually, if you go back and look at it properly, then you can say, well, you know, he was closed down, he was out of position and whatever, and, you know, that's what you do, and, you know, it's good. I've really enjoyed today.
Yeah, that's our match analysis, really, bag of shite, yeah.
Well,
we haven't said that in a while, though, to be fair.
No, I haven't said this since Huddersfield, so.
No.
Long may that continue.
But yeah, thanks for watching. Thanks for everyone for getting us to over 400 subscribers as well. Yeah. Keep it up, keep liking, sharing, subscribing.
Yeah, I want another 100 by Christmas, please.
Yeah, that's what we want for Christmas. But thanks for watching.
Yeah. Up the fucking toffees. See you in a bit.